What would you be doing right now if you were a billionaire? Not panicking as much as I am over not studying for my law finals due to stress. Heck, if I was a billionaire, lawyering would just be a hobby. Same. Good luck on your finals. I have 3 more. Start a second renaissance by funding hundreds of smaller artists, musicians, and creators via no strings attached grants. Have a sick beat in your head and want to create? Sign up. Get paid. Show the world who you are when you don't need to worry and be as creative as you want. They would just paint crap like a can of Campbell's soup and call the renaissance complete. Starting a non-profit focused on homeless seniors with emergency shelters, healthcare providers, assisted living apartments, and or more long-term care homes. There are not a lot of nursing homes that take state clients and they aren't always great. Not to say I wouldn't do that for others too, like veterans, parents or young people. I would. But senior homeless are more medically frail and they're generally lumped in with others or left out completely. If I were a billionaire, I could start several for all the homeless that wanted help. I would also look into buying land and building small homes for a farm village for those who want to live outside the city and work on a farm to grow food and help raise animals. Would like a program that would help them eventually buy small homesteads of their own if they wanted. Would also like a training program, employment program for homeless people who want work. They could work in the city centers or for the centers because I've been there. I have friends who have a non-profit that helps to feed homeless. I volunteer with their organization when I can. I'd fully fund them so they could feed every day and have multiple locations. In addition, I'd like to go to my failing hometown and buy a bunch of the rundown homes for sale. Hire local people to update or rebuild them. Then offer low interest, no down payment loans for those who want to buy them or offer to rent them for a decent rate. Take the feet right out from under the slumlords who charge high rent for crap homes. I'd keep my offices local and hire local to build jobs too. I like your energy, but I'm pretty sure the question was what would you be doing right now, not what would you like to accomplish overall for the greater good of society. Personally, I'd probably just be chillin'. It's Thursday night 11 PM, ain't nobody saving the world right now, it's bedtime. I would try to break the system by investing in political leaders and causes I thought would make a difference for society. Slowly over time I turn into the very thing I sought to destroy. Nice try, Bill. I forwarded your dang emails. Now where is the money Hotmail promised? Just enjoying life without the stress of having to think about bills and stuff. I am a pretty happy person, but so much time has to go to working when I could be spending that time with my wife and son if I were rich. It's such a gut-wrenching feeling sometimes, but that's just how it is until I figure out how I can obtain that level of freedom. Throwing a crack-fueled pool party in the middle of December? Why not? Would I be alone? No, I always have the ghosts of my past with me. Well, thank goodness you're not a billionaire then. Freaking playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in such a badass setup with a PC with 2 RTX 3090 and an i9 12th gen with 256GB RAM DDR5, all in a custom case. Playing in a room with a sea to a Nordic mountain, in a house in the middle of a forest in a North European country. Being anxious about not losing money, quite the opposite of what I'm doing right now. Being anxious about how to get it. Lot of traveling and sightseeing. I'd probably own a luxury RV and go where the road leads me. I would also get a puppy, a golden retriever or a German shepherd probably, maybe both. Overthrowing weak governments in Africa and setting myself up as dictator and consolidating the land into one country, all while bringing in better jobs and modernization so I could build a world-class military, then spread my power and control throughout the entire continent and then the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Western Asia, become a global superpower. Take out Russia since the West wouldn't risk war to stop me, then China, then the entire world. Take control of all industry and make everyone's lives fair and better while focusing on sustainable energy and environmental health. And once the world knew peace and prosperity, I'd force Bethesda to make Fallout 5 cause I'm tired of waiting and 76 will never be good. Ah yes, the classic movie villain. I killed all these people and started all these wars for the good of mankind, you see. Driving. I would give my family and close friends some money then hit the road because everyone you ever knew would be trying to get some cash. Just because I'm friends with you at work, Chris, doesn't mean I really want to support you. I'd hire someone else to handle requests from friends and family. Plan restructuring. Talk to accountants about next year's tax laws and budgets, and invest in physical assets that hold value. Plotting to take out other billionaires and millionaires. Those people are the absolute worst. Then once all of them are gone, live a life of peaceful solitude away from everyone. Thanos and you would be friends. I'd be starting a business that eventually would be employee owned and operated. Also probably spending lots of money on ending lobbying in Washington DC. As a former Senate staffer, I'd say focus on campaign contributions rather than lobbying. But same idea, and I'd do it too. I'd probably invest in 2 houses, one in my uni city and one somewhere else, plus a car, and then start looking for some projects to help. Building my dream home, buying land as an investment, and putting into stocks to keep my wealth going. I'd still have a job and I'd still act like a normal person, but I wouldn't have as much stress. Figuring out ways to donate it all to good causes whilst saving enough for me to live a comfortable life with no worries. Nobody needs $1 billion. Sitting on a beach, using an iPad to determine ways to pay for sick kids' hospital bills and treatments, ways to help the less fortunate, ways to feed hungry people. Do you have any idea how much $1 billion really is? I'd give away so much freaking money. Google says there were 12 million children in the US below the poverty line in 2018. For $1 billion, you could give them each $10 a week from now until mid-February, and then you'd have run out. It's a lot, but not enough to solve a lot of problems single-handedly. Sad. I'd build a nice town and blow out some valleys with dynamite for the village to be located in, and build a bullet train to the nearest capital from the town. Make a huge garden forest around it where wildlife could live and we could harvest the fruits and vegetables, if the money was enough for it. If I had more money, I would clean up the Baltic Sea. Starting a cleaning project in Haiti, then I'd spend the rest of my wealth trying to bring my country to a second world level at the very least. Start buying up the supplies to build a Scooby-Doo themed house, complete with trap floors, eye-hole paintings and flip walls. Oh, this is my favorite one so far. It's winter in the Midwest, my primary residence. I'd be somewhere warmer, maybe San Francisco. My cats and I would have woken up around 9-10 am. We'd read the New York Times, have some brunch, and maybe get a row or bike ride in. We'd spend noon to 6 doing something semi-productive, maybe helping give away some of our egregious amount of money or writing now that it's something I can afford, and then leave work. There'd be a moonlit picnic overlooking the bay around 7 p.m. After dinner, I'd go on a relaxing drive in a nice car, maybe a vintage convertible Porsche. I like driving. Or, I'd drive to the picnic and it would be set up by somewhere else, somewhere nice, in a state park or beach. At 9 p.m. I'd settle down with my cats and watch a movie or play a game. Maybe I'll work on my Christmas presents to give out, and then at midnight I'm in bed. Chill on a yacht, scuba dive, ride some jet skis, learn to do some kiteboarding, guitar lessons, rock climbing, basically the stuff I want to do but can't afford to do or have time to do. Oh, interesting question. Give most of them, at least the 90%, just keeping that 10% in case I become poor or whatever. When I die I'll give the rest back. Trying to find the best ways to give away enough wealth to cease being a billionaire while also doing good in the world. Probably a complex blend of lobbying, donating to existing charities and NGOs, setting up new charities, and direct wealth transfers. I'm sure big transfers to credit unions and co-ops would be part of it. Upvote for credit unions and co-ops. Sewing. Just sewing whatever I want, in a space large enough to accommodate all of my supplies, likely a 3-bedroom house, and buying an entire tray of cannoli just for me. Scheduling an appointment to get my gallbladder out and all my teeth fixed at once, and getting it properly looked into if my occasional jerking is early Parkinson's. I wish you health, my fellow Redditor. Steal all of your data. influence elections and allow hatred and conspiracy theory to spread. Oh wait, Mark Zuckerberg's already done that one. Investing, starting non-profit charities with reasonable goals, teaching myself medicine or go to school in order to open a lab and cure diseases. Probably same thing I'm doing now, but in a much nicer home, with much nicer furniture, on a much higher end computer, and I wouldn't have to worry about work. My billionaire fantasy would be to internet up the populated earth. I'd provide free, anonymous, net neutral Wi-Fi to absolutely everyone, including the aboriginals of the Pacific Rim, the savannas of Africa, and South American rainforests who don't have contact with anyone else. Now, they can. I 30 billion I consider going a year without hunger, in which no one goes hungry, anywhere. At Jeff Bezos Elon Musk levels of wealth, I take personal responsibility for ending global warming. This may mean creating huge plankton farms or buying Brazil or making giant Wayland Yutani atmosphere converters, but my goal would be to get the global average temperature back to plus or minus 0 degrees even through mad science. What I'm afraid of is not the military responses from our plutocrats, but what would happen to me in the process of becoming a billionaire so that my interests would be limited to space joyrides, recursive yachts and projecting my face on the moon. Billionaire, put money into free school lunch program, buy houses and apartments and good used cars and offer it for the homeless, set up basic healthcare for dental, vision, mental help for free veterinarian care for their pets, drug and alcohol rehabilitation, help fix their cars and towing, help with the DMV, pay their legal fees, pay attorneys. In return for all of this after they break the cycle, be kind and help others as I helped you. Watching the water, rather than TV, from a wall of windows in my quaint cozy cottage. All I would really spend my money on is someone to bring my cottage garden to life and daily dinners delivered from my favorite restaurants. I'd have as many cats as I could handle and donate to many animal rescues. My daughter would have complete access to the money, so she could do anything she wanted. I guess it depends how I am a billionaire. Am I suddenly with large numbers of stocks or voting stocks or something else that isn't cash, then I would be panickingly finding a way to change those stocks into other stocks or other things that retain value so that I am not dependent on Amazon or Microsoft or Apple for my net worth. If it's a crap ton of cash in my checking account, I would be panickingly contacting my branch to get somebody to do the busy work of spending that money on stocks and other stuff. Probably buy up street's worth of homes or piles of condos while I'm at it. Now I need lawyers and real estate firms working for me. If it were all settled and I noticed I could just ride out the nonsense, book vacations, tons of vacations, and buy a huge building because I will be buying things and need a place to put all of the things. More than likely establishing a team to aggregate parents who may need financial help this holiday season. Also, spreading around some cash to a few certain politicians to establish nationalized healthcare, free education, childcare, marijuana decriminalization, and the like. I'd honestly probably blow most of it aside from maybe $15 million just trying to unfrick this country and start giving the average person a little hope for a better future. Buying up land, buying up downtown offices. The offices I will convert to affordable housing, nothing over 1/3 of what you make per year in payments. Land I will develop as many cities where everything is walking, biking, bus, subway, etc. Distance, all solar powered, clean water plant and high efficiency recycling plant. All cars banned to outside city limits. I will buy my own senators, honest people, and help create laws and bills that will only make things better. I will bombard TV with ads saying for the cost of 1/3 the military budget, we could fix almost everything in America. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.